Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today is day 9 for the How to Become a Pro Makeup Artist series here on my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be talking all about how to have your makeup last all day. It took me a long time to try to figure out how to have my makeup last all day because I do have oily skin. So it has been like a lot tricky to have my makeup last. And I think I finally found the best routine for me for having my makeup last all day. Now, so let's get started. The most important thing that I found out is to have a nice, simple skin prep and then having a nice setting spray. I do use 2 setting sprays for like kind of like a sandwich type of thing. So I put like creams and then I use a setting spray and then I do powder and then I spray again and then I do powder again, and then I do a finishing with the setting spray. Let's go right into it. So I love to use a liquid exfoliant for my skin prep. I love this one. This one was, I actually found it from Nikki LaRose here on YouTube. She uses this for her skin prep, and after using it for my skin prep, for my makeup, I absolutely love it. My makeup looks so much better and lasts throughout the day. So this is the Naturium BHA Liquid Exfoliant, and what I like to do is I like to actually use a cotton round when applying this. So I have a cotton round that has like little like grooves in it, so it really exfoliates. That's like the how I really like to exfoliate the skin with this. So I'm going to pour some of that on the cotton. Oh, actually I did forget to do this. So I typically don't like to wash my face in the morning. So what I like to do is I'm going to take some micellar water and just spray this all over my face. I do kind of let that sink in. Sometimes I do go in with, if I can open it, oh my goodness, with my portable fan to just dry it. If I'm in a hurry, I do that. Okay, now we're gonna go into the liquid exfoliator. So I already did my eyes off camera. I just really want to focus this video on the complexion. And I really like to focus kind of on where I get oily as well, so that's the T-zone for me. Now I'm gonna go on to a toner. I love the Glow Recipe PHA and BHA Pore-Tight toner. I love this one. I do have the travel size. I just ordered the full size from Sephora during the Sephora event, so I am going to get the full size, which I'm really, really excited about because I do really like this toner. I think I'm going to do a Sephora event haul thing that I got from Sephora when it comes. I actually like to do, I figured out that I like to do my eye cream before moisturizer. So I'm going to take the ITK Day Plus Night Eye Cream Duo. We are going to use daytime side. I don't know why. It's so, we have a little seal on it like this, and it's really hard to get it off with my nails right now. With my Gel X nails. Really hard. There we go. Sometimes I can get it, other times it's like really hard. So if I'm wearing nails like I am today, I'm actually going to use my palette knife just to get a little bit out and just apply some of that under the eye. And using an eye cream for skin prep, I noticed a huge difference in my under eye concealer not creasing. Like without the eye cream, my concealer under the eyes would definitely crease. Next is one of my favorite moisturizers. This is the Osea Atmosphere Protection Cream. I love this moisturizer. It's one of my favorites and I love the smell of it. It's so nice. So I usually take about that much of the moisturizer and I'm going to apply this to the face. Another step that I really like to do for my skin prep is to also prep my lips. So I like to use the ITK Nourishing Lip Balm. So this lip balm I use in the morning, and then I have another one that I use at night. Actually, I have 2 that I use at night. Okay, and the last step for the skin prep, I'm going to use the ITK sunscreen. I haven't used this one in a while and I wanted to use it again because I do really like this sunscreen. I'm going to also get it on the neck and the ears. Okay, now my skin is nice and prepped and ready for the makeup. So normally for an everyday makeup look, I don't typically use a primer. Mainly for kind of like an evening out makeup look, I do go in with primer. But I think the trick is to use kind of like a mattifying primer if you have oily skin. Totally, obviously a mattifying primer, duh. But I love the this is the Jafra all-in-one mattifying primer. And I'm only going to place the primer in the T-zone because that's the oily areas. And then sometimes I do spread it out just a little bit, not too much. And I like to not use a brush for my primer. I just use my fingertips because I feel it looks a lot better and my makeup lasts a lot longer if I use my fingertips to like push the primer in. Okay, for a foundation, I'm going to use the Jafra Matte Foundation. This one is in Alabaster. I'm just going to squirt some of this on the back of my hand, maybe about that much. And I'm going to take a brush like this. This is the Morphe Ariel brush number A24. And what I like to do is just kind of press this into the skin. Pressing this into the skin really kind of helps the makeup to last throughout the day. I really, really like just pressing it into the skin. And I kind of use the brush as a beauty blender because it's so much better. But I do sometimes go in with a beauty blender. I think normally I would use a beauty blender when I'm traveling. That's like the only time I would use a beauty blender. Okay, now that the foundation is nicely pressed into the skin, now I'm going to do concealer. One of my favorite concealers is the e.l.f. Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener. This one is for fair skin. So I'm going to take this first with a small concealer brush and apply this under the eye, or on the under eye area. And if I do have any blemishes that seem to peek through, I go in and use that same under eye brightener to conceal them. And I'm going to take my favorite concealer brush. This is from Anissa Beauty. This is the angled concealer brush. It kind of reminds me of a finger, and you can get like really nice and close in the under eye area. And again, I'm pressing it in. I do kind of like pressing motions on for all of my cream products. And sometimes, and my powders, just for longevity. I like to do my highlighting first before I go in with my cream contouring. So we are going to use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I am so excited for another concealer that is coming that I got during this Sephora event. It's the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. I'm so excited to try it. But for now, we're going to use this one. This one is in shade Fair Warm. And I'm just going to place this in the highlighting areas. So that's the bridge of the nose, the tip of the nose, the cupid's bow, top of the chin, and the under eye area. First, I like to go in and kind of conceal with a color corrector, and then on top of that, I go in with kind of like a concealer like this, just to highlight. This is the time where I use my beauty blender. So I'm going to start just stippling the concealer in. Okay, now this is the time where I go back in with my brush just to kind of stipple or have the concealer melt into the foundation a lot more. I'm going to do my first set of setting sprays. So this is one of my favorites. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. So I like to shake it up and then just spray. And it's so handy to have a portable fan with you to dry the setting spray. So normally, right when I do the setting spray, when I let that dry, I like to kind of go ahead and do my brows or my eyes, but since it's already done, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so next I'm going to go into cream contour. Now, I heard that this isn't the best, this specific contour isn't the best for oily skin, but I actually think it's fine for me. So I'm going to use it. This is the Partick Ta cream contour and powder duo. This one is in She's Statuesque. I'm going to use the cream side first. I'm going to use the Morphine Aerial brush number A58, and I'm going to start applying this on the forehead, and again with that stippling motion, or tapping motion. And then I'm going to go on the jawline. And then with a smaller brush, I like to use, where is it? I'm going to use a brush from Statuesque, and I'm going to contour the nose. And I like to do pressing motions with contouring the nose as well. Kind of like to go right up into the brow as well. Then I'm going to use the pointy end of my beauty blender just to press this in and blend. Next, we're going to go into cream blush. Now, this is the Jafra Royal Luxury Cream Blush in Pink Opal. I love the shade. Before, I was like, this is too much, but when it's on the skin, it looks amazing. It looks like that. It's absolutely pretty. So I'm going to take my blush brush. This is the Morphine Aerial brush number A22. And take just a tiny bit of this blush on the back of my hand and just start softly stippling it on the cheeks. And I like to go on the nose and on the forehead as well. I'm going to go back in with my beauty blender just to press that in, and with this brush as well, or the foundation brush that we used. Now I can do one more spray with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Now we're going to move into setting everything. So I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder. This powder is probably one of the best for oily skin. And then I do have another one as well that I'm going to use on the outsides of the face. So this one is in Sugar Cookie. And what I love to use for this step is a powder puff. Using a powder puff for longevity and for oily skin it's so good. So I'm going to pick up some of this powder and I'm going to press that into the palm of my hand just to kind of powder nicely distributed in the powder puff and just to get off the excess. So what I like to do is I just like to have this powder in the T-zone. Kind of do a rolling motion. So we're going to go back to like powder contour, powder blush. So we're going to go back to the Partick Ta duo. And we are going to set the contour on the cheeks, or on the hollow of the cheek. And on the forehead as well. And I'm going to go in with a powder blush now. This one is the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. And I'm going to apply this to the apple of the cheek. Okay, so now I want to use another powder. So for the outsides of the face, I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Ultra HD powder. I love to use this one. I kind of interchange the two for in the T-zone. Today I use the Huda Beauty one, but And then for if I use the Makeup Forever one in the T-zone, I use the Huda Beauty one for outsides of the face. So I'm going to use this one for the outsides of the face today. I'm going to use the Sigma F30 large powder brush for this, just to the outsides of the face. There's a lot of powder. Now that that is done, I'm now going to move into the lips. So I'm going to use the MAC lip liner in Stone. And what I'm going to do is kind of first outline. So I'm going to overline the middle of the bottom lip. And I like to kind of color in the outside of the lip. It's kind of hard to talk and do this at the same time. Then I'm going to overline the Cupid's bow and then color in the outside as well. Next, I'm going to go in with 2 shades lighter of a lip shade, or of a liquid lipstick. I could not get that out. This is the Too Faced Melted Matte Longwear Lipstick. This is in Child Star. I don't know if they make this specific shade anymore, but I love these. This liquid lipstick. It's one of my favorites, and it's like almost gone. Good thing I got a similar shade from these for a sale. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to place this in the middle of the lip. And then what I like to do is I'm going to take my lip brush just to blend where the 2 shades meet. Ooh, my battery! So I don't know what happened to my audio here, so I'm just going to do a voiceover. So next I'm going to apply my Jafra Prebiotic Lip Oil, and I'm only going to apply this in the center of the lips. I love this lip oil. It's like one of my favorites. So to really make your makeup last, one of the really good things to have is a really good setting spray. I love this one from One Size Beauty. It's the Until Dawn Mattifying Setting Spray. It really does feel like a hairspray for your face. I absolutely love it. It's so amazing. I hope you all enjoyed today's video and see you guys in the next one. Bye!